What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. So, I had to run by the bank. I'll get a ride in. Got some nice weather today. It says 60 something. I don't even know. It feels really nice out. And it's going to rain all freaking weekend, so figured I better go ahead and take off early today and get me a ride in. Go this way because I do not want to get out on the highway at this time of day. I have no idea where I'm going, which a lot of times I don't, I guess, but I did have a topic I wanted to talk about, though. What I wanted to talk about was that motovlogging is hard. And when I first got the bike, it's been almost a year now. The way I found motovlogging was I was just looking for reviews on some of the different bikes I was looking at, and just started coming across different motovloggers. And at first I was like, man, I cannot believe they get paid to do this crap. And I didn't get into this with the intentions of making money. I really didn't. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. I mean, if I could make money, great, but I don't even see me ever getting to the 40,000 views you got to get to freaking even be able to get monetized anyway. So anyway, but yeah, when I first started watching motovloggers, I was like, man, I can't believe they're making a living doing this crap. And then I started doing it, and I realized, you know what, it's work. It's freaking work, man. I mean, number one, you have to come up with topics to talk about that are interesting, and I'm probably not doing a great job at that. You think up your topic, and you go out and you manage to stay on topic and discuss it in a intelligent manner so that other people can understand what you're talking about and identify with it. You get home, then you got to edit the video. Editing is much more easier since I've got away from hit film. I was trying to use hit film at first. I didn't want to put any money into the software and then decide, you know, I don't really know if I want to do this because I'm kind of bad about that. But anyway, so I was trying to use free stuff. I just couldn't get hit film, man. It was a nightmare. So I tried a couple of others, and they were just terrible. And then I found out about Sony Vegas, and once I switched to it, the editing is not nearly the nightmare it used to be, but it's still work, man. It is still a lot of work to sit there and edit a video. I mean, it's not uncommon for me to have probably 4 hours into one 10 to 15 minute video. I'm definitely getting faster at it, but still, it's not uncommon at all for me to have 4 hours, because you have to sit and watch all the raw footage, and that 10 or 15 minute video is probably 45 minutes to an hour's worth of actual raw footage. A lot of times, for me, it is. Yeah, for me, I mean, I've got 45 minutes to an hour's worth of raw footage for one 10 to 15 minute video, so it is a lot of work to go through that and find the parts that are worth watching and that you think people may be interested in. This is stupid. I did a video where I griped about this light and how this light is completely just screwed up coming through here. They put this light in because school traffic, there's a school right back over there. School traffic, it was pretty bad during school hours and drop off and pickup time, but as soon as they got the light in, it wasn't 6 months and they moved the school. They've been building the new school. They were building the freaking new school before they even put the light in. They finally get the light in, it's not 6 months, the new school's ready, they move into it. Stupid government crap. This little town, I've had dealings with them before in the past. They want so bad to be big time. There's like 300 people that live out here. So they just felt like they had to have a stoplight. But anyway, back on the topic. So you go through your 45 minutes to an hour's worth of raw video, and you've picked out 10 to 15 minutes that's good. You know, you may have to find a good song to put with it, or, you know, I usually have a lot of GIFs in my videos. You're searching around looking for GIFs. But I mean, that's not that hard. I don't mean to, you know, you just pull up Giphy and search for the GIF you want. But anyway, editing the video is actual work, okay? It is work. And I don't even do that much. I pretty much upload the raw video. I've gotten to where I'm starting to adjust some of the saturation and stuff, but I don't know enough about it to really mess with it too much. So yeah, you finally got your raw video edited. You got everything in place. And then sometimes I was really close to having next week's Willy Wednesday video edited yesterday. And I don't know what happened. My computer got pissed off at me and shut down, and I lost the whole freaking thing. So now I'm going to have to go back and redo every bit of that. And, you know, sometimes when you're watching it, you know, the perfect GIF, or the, you know, whatever you could add to it to make it even better, you thought of it then, but you may not think of it the next time. So when you have to redo one, you never know if it's going to be as good as the first one. Maybe sometimes it's better, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, it's a pain in the ass to edit, especially when your computer gets pissed off at you and you lose what you just worked on. But so you finally got your video edited. You got it good to go. Then you have to upload it to YouTube, which that's not that big of a deal. But what I was doing when I first started was I was just throwing some tags in there. I didn't think anything about the title or the description. A lot of my videos barely had any description in them. And so what was happening was nobody was seeing them on YouTube. Nobody tells you this stuff when you start out, you know, you're just on your own. Which that's fine, but so a couple weeks ago I discovered TubeBuddy. The TubeBuddy makes things somewhat easier. I haven't paid for the subscription part of it yet, or the upgrade, or whatever you want to call it. Which should make it even easier, because then I can use templates and stuff like that. But I don't know why I hadn't paid for it, just hadn't done it. But so yeah, then you have to optimize your tags, and you know, big guys do it with Dan, Jake, them guys. I don't even know if they even worry about this. Dan's subscriptions used to be big, and I've noticed, I looked the other day and he didn't really have much in his description at all, because he's to the point now when you've got almost 1 million subscribers, you don't have to worry about it. You know, but when you're trying to grow a channel, you've got to make sure your tags are optimized, your title is optimized. You have to make sure that words from your title are in your tags, words from your title and your tags are in your description. It's a freaking job. If you're watching motovloggers and you're thinking, man, I can't believe they get paid for this, well, you got to remember, they had a lot of freaking time that you never see. They put in so many freaking hours and so much money into getting the equipment. I don't know if you know this, but GoPros aren't free, microphones aren't free, helmets aren't free, motorcycles aren't free, insurance. Like, it really takes a lot to do this and do it well. Not that I've ever done it well, but I think I might have a few good videos out there. But yeah, motovlogging is not easy. If you're thinking about getting into it, though, I'm not trying to discourage you. I mean, look, I've got 5 subscribers. I'm no expert at motovlogging. I'm not trying to come off that way, but I don't want what I'm saying to discourage anybody that comes across this and is thinking about doing it. You should do it. If it's something you want to do, man, go for it. You only live one time, man. And I mean, I know that's cliche, but seriously, YOLO, bro. I forget what I was watching the other day, but I was watching something the other day, and somebody was saying that I know what it was. It was Friday Night Tykes. I don't know if you ever watched that show. It's a show about little kids playing football out in Texas. It's pretty good. It's over dramatized, but anyway, the guy on there said that his grandpa always told him one thing he didn't want to do, or one thing he never wanted to say was, "I wish I woulda." If it's something you want to do, go for it. Well, getting behind Mr. 30 miles an hour really took the fun out of this road. It is work, but I mean, it's worth it. I enjoy, if nobody else ever enjoys one of my videos, I enjoy them. I've enjoyed the process of making it, of editing it. Sometimes not so much editing it, but I've enjoyed it. And sometimes that's the only reason you need to do things. Because you want to, because you get some enjoyment out of it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not 100% sure that that's not a state trooper behind me. A lot of people do a lot more work than I do to try to get their videos. I see people all the time spamming people's comment sections with links to their videos and their channels and stuff. I don't do that. If there is something relevant, like the other day, well, it was one of my subscribers posted his own video of a road where he lives. Looked like a pretty cool road, and so I posted a comment with a video of a really cool road that we've got here. You know, I'll do stuff like that, but I'm not just going to go spamming other people's comments trying to get viewers. I'm just not going to do it. I mean, if you want to do that, more power to you. I know that's guerrilla marketing type stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that. It's just not something I want to do. See, this is another thing. You have to remember everything. Like Sub D, and I've thought about doing this. He has a list on his gas tank of stuff points he wants to hit, which, you know, he's usually pumping some restaurant, you know. I don't know if I could even see it if I put it there, but I've thought about doing that before, but it seems kind of, I don't know. So let's say it seems kind of lame, but is it any more lame than riding around going, dang, I can't remember what I was going to say. Because it seems like there was another point I was going to make, and now I can't think of it. So that's another thing, especially when you get old like me, all the way in your 40s. Your memory starts to go. So not only do you have to think of these topics, you have to remember all the points you wanted to make. I'm telling you, it's hard, man. It's so hard. And another thing about motovlogging, you have to learn to live with dead cat in your mouth all the time. That stuff's driving me nuts. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what that other point was I was wanting to make, but it'll come to me here in a minute when I get home or something. But so yeah, anyway, if you want to motovlog, give it a shot. It is work. It is hard. When you see these guys out here doing it like Dan and Jake and Motonosity and Chase and all those guys are making a living at it, and you know, I mean, I'm assuming they're making a pretty good living judging by the toys they have, but you should never be jealous of anybody anyway, but don't look at them and say, man, they're getting paid for doing nothing. It is freaking work. Don't ever judge somebody else and think that they've got it made. I don't like that kind of stuff. I mean, don't do it because I don't like it. No, I mean, it's just like, just don't do that. Don't do that. You never know what somebody else is going through. You have no idea what's going on in somebody else's life, so don't judge people. Just say, hey man, I salute, more power to you, I'm proud for you, and go on with your life. Yeah, I salute. I've been watching too much Sopranos. Oh! I guess that's all I got to say about that. If you enjoyed the video and you know that motovlogging is actually hard work, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment, your experiences with motovlogging, whatever, I don't know. Just do whatever you want to do, I don't care. Freaking freaks. As always, stay safe out there. Spay and neuter, and have a nice day. Oh!